Good morning, guys. I'm back. We got the HANA cartridge all mounted up, and we are good to go. Just give everybody a second to refine this video, and let's talk about the HANA. So those are just coming back on. For those who missed the first video, I came here extra early and listened to this system. The system we have going on here is the VPI Prime Scout fully upgraded, also deemed as the Super Prime Scout, VPI ADS, Moon by Sim Audio integrated, Nordos cabling, and the blades. Underneath them have the isoacoustic feet, and if you're running blades or speakers without the isoacoustic feet, don't. Just put them under there. Your life will be better. People have asked me about the HW40 feet under speakers. I have no idea. We haven't tested it. You want to put the HW40 feet, as we've done with this Prime Scout. If you want to put the HW40 feet under a turntable, it works. We love the HW40 feet under turntables. Speakers, we just have not tried it, so definitely go with our friends over at Isoacoustics for that. So let's talk about the HANA. Thank God the thing sounded good. So I was so pissed off when I saw it was through holes. And somebody commented, Dave Weintrapp, that don't cry like an amateur. However, we got to remember that a lot of times it's amateurs using this stuff. So that's kind of the take I have whenever I look at a cartridge. I don't just look at the idea or hear just the music. I just look at how easy was it to mount. The whole experience through and through. First, the box and wrapping, fantastic, a beautiful box, nice and safe inside there. And this is the HANA SH. So this is the SH moving coil cartridge. I actually thought I was doing moving magnet, which actually fouled me up. Maybe it was the lack of coffee, I'm not sure. But when I first fired this up, the whole thing sounded weird. And then once I saw this was moving coil, switched it back, and all was well. I do like the fact that it is a high output, or at least higher output moving coil. I had to experiment. I think I nailed the same levels of volume. Before we were at like 51.2. Now we're at 33.2. I'm sure a 0.12 or 3 here and there wouldn't have mattered. I try to do the best I can to just have it at the same levels using my ears. And good morning, David. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, room. Good morning, sun. Good morning, everyone. So, hey, Frank, thanks for joining us. This is a high or higher output. And, guys, I really don't know that much about the HANA, hence why we're doing this, so that we can get just a handle of the cartridge, because I love talking about other people's products, but I like to be able to do it when I actually like it, I believe in it, and could just honestly tell you, yeah, that's a good value. Now, I'm not recalling what the retail price is of this specific model. So going back to the setup, through holes, they suck. Now, before I beat up HANA, keep in mind we have a very good relationship with Audio Technica and Grado, and both of those companies we've given the same abuse to the point where about a year ago, I'm on a Skype call with Bill Petit. We still mourn his loss from Audio Technica. So I'm on the Skype call with Bill Petit and a whole bunch of higher ups over in Japan, so all professional and everything. Wow, 750? Okay, I'm liking it more and more. Yeah, and we're on this Skype call and talking about all sorts of nuances about the cartridge and everything. And from the back, what do we hear? Muffled Harry Weisfeld himself yelling, "Through holes! Effing through holes! Make it threaded!" I have to agree. And I am so glad, because I actually was really toying with doing the live stream setup with this cartridge. I am really happy and really glad that I did not do the live stream, because you would have seen me fumbling and cursing a bit. I did, as always, it's almost like a rite of passage whenever you mount a cartridge with through holes that you have to drop the nut. And of course, it dropped. It bounced, it fell, and rolled underneath the blades, and that's what I had. That's when I posted the picture. I posted the picture after that happened, because that happened, and I'm like, of course that happened. Of course the nut fell off, and of course it rolled under the freaking speakers. So that's just like as per usual when it comes to through holes. So it would be nice to see it threaded, but from what people have said, the other models are threaded, which we have those as well. So it's not a major loss. I mean, there are other cartridges that have through holes. Again, Grado. Now, when dealing with Grado, for a while we were using that as the standard cartridge with the Cliffwood and the player, and we actually went as far as making an adapter just to put onto the Grado. So then we took the adapter onto the Grado, so we had a threaded body. So that's the first. Again, not so much a negative. I mean, it's not great either. But having the through holes, it's really more so I wasn't expecting it. Now, good news though. Once I queued it up, it sounded fantastic. Now, I've played the whole record through just so it had the. That's why it took me a little bit to get back on here. So I did play the record through first, just to give this cartridge a little bit more. I'm not going to say anything. We're going to play it first. And again, we're doing the best we can with the live stream as far as using my phone speakers. I'm holding it right where I'm listening to give you the sweet spot. So we'll do this first, and then we'll talk about impressions. And again, at 11 o'clock today will be the Zoom call for customer service / talking about the Hannah. I'm not using the lifter. Guys, it's funny. We talk about lifters. I can't use the lifter. I mean, not that I can't. I do. But I actually really don't use the lifter that often. Nailed it.
The sound of the birds taking off scared you last
You know what? I think it was a little louder. Hard to tell.
Right to leave, right to use their wings to fly. So the sound of the birds taking off scared you last night. Though they were right to leave, right to use their wings to fly. I just can't figure out, is it too late or too early? Is it right on time? Could it be right on? If the crow said it right, we could move out by dawn early. Could be right on time. Could be right on. So the sound of the birds taking off scared you last night. Though they were right to leave, right to use their wings to fly. So the sound of the birds taking off scared you last night. Though they were right to leave, right to use their wings to fly. Staring at the ceiling, still traveling fears. Thinking if you rise, I rise. We'll be waiting for the morning, he'll crumbling strength. Thinking if you rise, I rise, I run, I run, I. Sound of the first taking off scared.
Doug just asked how many hours each cartridge had. The OC9 has maybe one more record worth of play than this one. Both are new cartridges. And I did play this whole album once first. Give this guy a bit of a break in.
Though they were right to leave, right to use their wings to fly. I just can't figure out, is it too late? Too early? Can't figure out, is it too late? Too early? Can't figure out, is it too late? Too early? Too early? Can't figure out, is it too late? Is it too late? Is it too early? Too late? Is it too early? Is it too early? Too late? Too early? Too late? Is it too late? Too early? Is it too late? Too late? too early.
All right, guys, that was a comparison between the Audio-Technica OC9 versus the Hanna. First impressions, I got to give it credit. To me, it sound now. I know you're not getting the same listening experience as I'm getting in here, and I do need more time because I mean this is like the first impressions I've had with it. But again, first impressions, quieter. It was quieter than the OC9. It does sound quieter between the notes. Oh, is that Q? Is that Quentin? Hey, Quentin. So it is quieter, and I actually found a little more excitement on the low end. I actually felt the floor moving a little bit with the bass with this cartridge. However, I do find that the OC9 still had larger space and was a little sweeter on the highs. Just it was, I don't know. I mean, maybe because it does have another record in. I'd say they're both great. They're both good. They have their own little. I have to like digest this and listen some more. I don't know how much you guys got in on your side. I'm gonna throw out another record or two in general just to get a better feel for it. But I like how quiet it is, and I liked the nuances on the bass I was getting. I mean, the floor vibrated, so it was. That's a good thing for the price and the fact that the high output to me is a big deal because a lot of people get fouled up. I'm sure you're out there. You've gotten fouled up because of those low output cartridges that you're not expecting, where you get that low output, whatever the cartridge is, and you're all set, ready to listen, and then you have to crank up the volume. Now, I don't know how close I was. I think I nailed it. We were at the same levels. With the Audio-Technica, we were at 51.2, I believe, and with the Hanna, we were at like 33, and I was still tweaking the volume. So that could have had something to do with as far as the volume in the room. In the future, I think what I'll do is I'll prep better by using a phone app or something to measure just the overall sound so that I can do a better job of finding the appropriate volume. So I thought that I did a good job with it. I wasn't all too keen. I raised it up a little bit more while we were listening. But overall, guys, I like it. I think the Hanna's a great cartridge. I could definitely recommend it. From a setup standpoint, still, yes, I'm sorry. Through holes, they suck. And they could be a major surprise. For me, the big surprise was, I was thinking about doing a live stream of it, and I've got no caffeine in me. So I think that had I done the live stream with the through holes and then you guys would have enjoyed the comic relief of me dropping the nut and it rolling underneath the KEF speaker, but I would have been like, motherfucker, god damn it, so that was just a little unexpected surprise, but it is what it is. Again, that's a common thing. Miyajima does it. We yelled at them. They put a thread in there, so thank you, folks at Miyajima. Grado, they do it. Audio-Technica, they still have some models that have it. It's not an end of the world thing. It's just annoying. So again, for those coming in, impressions of the first impressions of the Hanna, very good cartridge, very quiet between the notes. Definitely, I'd say quieter than the OC9, and a little bit more of the floor was moving, so a little bit more bass and everything. So that being said, guys, I'm Matt Weisfeld. I'm gonna give this a little bit more of a listen. And I'm going to go find myself some coffee. I hope you guys enjoyed this. At 11 o'clock, we'll be doing Chat with Matt, where I'll be able to give you a more in-depth impression and comparison. And so if anyone's interested, you can swing by. I have the Zoom link on the VPI Facebook page. I've shared it on my regular page. And maybe I'll just throw a link in here as well. The Chat with Matt, that's Wednesdays and Sundays. Wednesdays more so for customer service-related stuff. But hey, if there's no customer service stuff, we can talk about whatever. Sundays is a little bit more free for all. We actually talked about that wonderful video. I don't know if you guys have seen that video, but Shyla queued up the cartridge herself. First time was good. Second time, a little cringeworthy. So again, gang, thanks for joining me on this, what day is it? This Wednesday morning. Hope I brightened up everyone's morning a little bit. I'm Matt Weisfeld, and I'll see you all soon.